the dais, our friend Mr. Aragya, Mr. Vinod Sampath, Ramesh Prabhu, our colleague Mr. Subhash Patil, Vishwanathanji, and all the participants. We are gathered here for this seminar. First of all, I would really like to congratulate your institute to consider this sector of cooperative societies or cooperative sector for organizing such a seminar, because cooperative sector is a very large sector. In a financial sector, if you there is a private as well as public sector, and apart from these two sectors, there is a cooperative sector, which has particularly in Maharashtra or to some extent in all India, it has covered all the aspects of our life. But unfortunately, I don't know whether it is your routine practice or not, many financial institutes, they don't consider cooperative as a big major sector. But the fact is, at least in Maharashtra, that sector is touching every common man from like early waking up till night you sleep. So all walks of life, that is covered by cooperative sector. In Mumbai, nobody will think that, everybody thinks cooperative sector is only in rural areas, but that is not the case. When you consider the housing societies or what, housing society movement or banking movement, which is major backbone of this cooperative sector. And so from business point of view, because your institute is a nodal institute of your chartered accountants, so it will, you should give their members what are the business opportunities or professional opportunities in this sector. I am really congratulating to you. I have heard your lecture, and I really feel very good that you have given them the opportunities which are there in the cooperative sector. So I also was enlightened, because I can, many youth come for selecting their academic goals. So we never consider chartered accountant or any commerce this thing as the main aim. First we go to engineering or medical, but we really, when we consider this profession, it's a very less for less fees, or you can learn on your own. Even a poor person can learn on his own, take his education and do a marvelous job in life. So first I would really congratulate to your institute for considering this cooperative sector for this seminar. So our colleague Mr. Subhash Patil and all this, they have covered the opportunities of housing sector or cooperative sector for your profession. So from that point of view, I would first emphasize on the new aspect of housing society, that is the redevelopment. Actually, it is touching with all sectors, like housing builders also, they are involved in this sector. Housing societies, common members are sector. So this is a very important sector. In Mumbai, I think there will be no lands now available. The only construction where we can do is the redeveloping the old buildings. And builders who are present here, or even societies, they are really playing a good field, because that is the only means by which you can provide housing or to common people. Otherwise, the Mumbai is almost fully developed. There is no vacant land. Only if you want to build flats or residences to common people, the only alternative is to redevelop the present buildings which are owned by the housing societies. So this is a very new area, I think, in the reality also. So from that point of view, I have many occasions in order to govern this. This is a very new sector for everybody. Nobody is, even chartered accountants also, they are not aware, because considering the point of view of your tax liability implications, I have, during the discussions, we came to know that this sector, I don't know what is your view, but there are various views, whether it is taxable, how the implication to the member will be when developers give corpus funds or some rates, etc. What is their tax implication on society? What are the tax implication on common member? I think your institute should enlighten all these housing sector or developers from that point of view. So while the drafting redevelopment agreement, there is a development agreement, we should also need to consider this aspect of taxing. Because recently in this Bandra area only, I have come to a case where a society was, income tax department has snapped a notice of around 10 to 15 crores of rupees of income tax. Because while doing their development, in their development agreement, they have written certain facts of it. And income tax department has taken that this is the benefit of society. Based on that, they have snapped notice, and now the society does not have any money to repay that tax liability. So all these things, I think they are necessary before you actually go for redevelopment work. And there is a need to mention all these things in your development agreement, so that the common member or common house, this thing, or even the person who has purchased the sale flat, he should not also pay, because that is the liability of the society. Even newcomer also, that he will carry the same liability without his issues. So I think your institute need to address this thing, and you can guide to our department also, so that we can accommodate these things in our directives. In order to regulate this redevelopment area and bring more and more transparency, we have issued various circulars. We are accommodating these things in bylaws also. Recently, we have issued a circular or 79 directives, under which government has powers to direct the societies or class of societies. And under these directives, we have directed the societies how the redevelopment work should be done. We have, in that circular, we have stated that 70% of the members should support the redevelopment decision, as well as the meeting in which redevelopment decision is taken. It has to be presided over by the representative of the registrar, and the video shooting of the meeting should be taken, so that to avoid further controversies about the meeting. So all these steps we are taking, but I mean, I'm sure that these are not the final, because law is always changing and changing. Based on our experiences, past experiences, we will surely improve these things. We will also request your institute to, if you have any guidelines, you have any suggestions, you can send to our department. We will surely accommodate by issuing the further guidelines. So in this context, I would also like to suggest you to even the audit point of view. So I have seen that housing societies audit is a major audit, but unfortunately it is not neglected by our department, as well as the I think to some extent even from chartered accountants also. So even though under the 97 amendment, the societies are independent and they have right to appoint their auditor. In fact, it is binding on the society to appoint auditor in their general body meeting. But we have a right as a government or a registrar to regulate that process of auditing. How? Because these days, when we see the audit reports filed by the chartered accountants, I am really worried, because that is not as per the guidelines of our department, as well as because you chartered accountant, you are not well versed many times with the cooperative principles. There are the certain formats given in our act, which according to which you have to file the all the returns, etc. But you only see that what is the income, what is expenditure, whether vouchers are there, all things. But there are other certain things like when election was conducted, how many appeals are pending, what are the, and so many other things are also there which need to be addressed by the chartered or auditor of that particular society. I would like to suggest Mr. Prabhuji or Aditya that you should, we will sit together and we will issue certain guidelines to all societies as well as auditors. So which things they are required to be accommodated in the audit report, and which they have to mention certain there, like non-occupancy charges. There are certain guidelines from the government that how much should be their charge, but there is no mention. Even if society is charging more than this, it is duty of the auditor, I think, that he should mention this in his audit report. But unfortunately, that is not the case, because you only see the vouchers, whether there are vouchers, they are there, and there is a balance sheet. But vouching is not only one thing, whether that expenditure, whatever it is proper, whether he has authority to do all these things and all these things, so that if audit is done properly, the future disputes or of members, they are solved at their level only. Secondly, I am also concerned, but I am actually it should be your demand, because I have seen the fee structure of the audit housing societies. It is not proper. It is per member something 36 rupees. I think this is not logical. So even there is a 10-member society or 50-member society, auditor has to go to the society. Auditor has to complete the all report. He has typing, stationery, stages all same. So there should be some minimum fees, I think. But that should actually this should come from your institute. If you, Mr. Ramesh Prabhu was thinking that, sir, we are not getting enough fees also. I think I will support if you, Ramesh Prabhu, if you send your proposal. We will surely address this issue with Honorable Minister. And Honorable Minister also has assured us, though he could not attend today's meeting, that he will address all your issues concerned, and in fact he has instructed personally me to attend this seminar and get all the things or whatever your suggestions or demands you have through Mr. Ramesh Prabhu and Adukyaji and all your institute, so that I am going to represent to the Honorable Minister, so that before the Achar Sanhita starts, we can get our certain issues solved from this. So I assure on behalf of Honorable Minister, who has personally instructed me to attend this seminar, to look into the whatever suggestions or today's outcome of this 2-day seminar, we will surely put together, so that the problems of common people, of the common member of society, they are solved. Secondly, while delivering this lecture, he has also mentioned certain professional opportunities. So based on 1907 amendment, we have made certain amendments in our act also. These are very major amendments. So one of the aspects I would address here, where you can have professional opportunities. So we are proposing elections through our department or through our, there is one election commission. But election commission is not going to conduct all the elections. For certain class of societies, they are thinking of making a panel of such election officers. So you can come ahead, and we will also consider to accommodate chartered accountants or all the professionals in this field as a panel. That it should be that will be also qualification. That can be also qualification for being on the panel of election officers. That is also, I think, it's a good opportunity, because so many societies. Only in Mumbai there are 30 to 40,000 societies, housing societies. We have to take election through these things. So this is also good opportunity, I think, for professional opportunity. Secondly, because of this IT sector, as far as government, we are trying to do all this office work through e-officing. So in this, even our latest act, we acknowledge any communication through information technology also, like emails or these things. So from that point of view, like in dim canvas, in order to facilitate the member in this procedure, we have accepted the procedure of online application for a dim canvas. But this, you can, I think, you can consider this opportunity of business only for uploading the whatever documents. Without going into details, suppose I have a consultant, but I do not have that infrastructure of including, so that will need internet connection, high-speed internet connection, scanner, etc. So you can do this business also. This is also good business, I think. Secondly, in your act, we have now made it is mandatory for every society to file annual returns every year, and we are planning to these returns online. So this is also a good opportunity. If you have a certain class of society, certain number of societies, so every year they need to upload their returns. So preparing the return, and then after preparation, uploading to the site of government of Co-operative Department. So this is also a good opportunity for your profession, I think. So you can consider you as well as for the persons who are entering in this profession. That is also good opportunity. So considering all these things, once again I will congratulate this institute for inviting me here for a seminar and this thing, and giving me the opportunity to have a word with you. With this, I think I would better to stop. Thank you.